Welcome in to episode 5 of our Let's Play Civilization 7 modded series. We are in the middle of the Antiquity Age, playing as Isabella and the Shilla Empire. We are also at war and recently lost a commander and multiple units. Can we recover? And was it worth it for the yields? Let's find out in our game of Civilization 7. Here we are in our capital city where, despite the fact that we were at war and lost a commander and some units, we are continuing to build a wonder. We are building Wei Yang Palace. Is that a good idea? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. We do have to pay attention because we need to remember that Jose Rizal is playing the Mayans, and the Mayans have these Jaguar Slayers, which are their scouts, but they're scouts that also function as military units, and he does have one milling about in this general area of our capital city away from the main front of the war. If he decides to do anything wacky with this guy, we may need to buy a military unit here. That's fine. I don't mind spending the gold on that. We're making an okay amount of gold now. It's not like amazing, but like we're able to kind of bolster up our units and things like that as we go. And don't forget, we also finished getting bronze working, so we have level 2 units which compete with his units now, which was a really important thing that we were able to get done. Couple things to note. We do have suzerainty up here, and so there are some units. If this guy keeps pushing this way, that'd actually be kind of perfect because they actually start fighting up here. And then we, of course, are fighting at the main front, which is down here. There are several more Jaguar Slayers down in this vicinity. There might be one more Hulche as well, I think. So milling abouts in the area are quite a few armies, as well as a level 2 general from Jose Rizal. We have 7 turns before we can try to attempt for peace. Ulsan is not in too much trouble. We got plenty of units kind of bolstering this now. Yeomhae is in a little bit of an issue, so probably going to save some gold here. Actually, what I'd love to do is be able to buy a cav unit. So at the end of this next turn, we'll be getting access to chariots. And that would mean we could get a chariot out on the field, and a chariot against a bunch of ranged units sounds like a wonderful idea. So if I can move a unit out of Yeomhae and then maybe purchase a chariot here to deal with the situation, I think that would be our optimal kind of play. I don't know how expensive a chariot is, kind of when the first turn, like as soon as we have them. So we'll find that out very quickly. And then, of course, we're also paying attention to down here in Yeodam, where the whole cause of this war started. We settled this to get access to Uluru, to boost our tiles, to make our yields insane. The nice thing is it doesn't appear that Jose Rizal has any interest in this particular city right now. He has redirected all of his troops north, which was not what we thought was initially going to happen. We do have to deal with the Painted Rock tribe and the Anharadapura, maybe, tribe here, because he has suzerainities of both of those. Now, funny enough, these 3 units right here are all from this city-state, Yilan, which we just gained suzerainty of, so we have a little defensive capability down here now, which is kind of good. We also have walls and a harangue in here, so we're doing okay. As long as he doesn't like redirect a massive army here, like we should be able to just kind of sit here and do just defensive things. My hope is that we'll be able to get peace relatively quickly after the war has ended. The other thing we're really focusing on is we would love to get an alliance. We're at 50 relationship with Frederick, which is actually kind of funny when you think about it, because we actually have minus 50 leader agenda with him because our army is so small. Hopefully, as we're purchasing some of these units, we'll end up getting that higher a little bit. I don't plan on investing like super heavily in military, although Jose Rizal is kind of forcing that on us, or I suppose if you think about it, we forced that on ourselves by double forward settling him. So we'll see. We'll see what happens as we go. Again, saving some gold here to try to buy maybe a cav unit, and then saving some influence, hopefully, to attempt to get an alliance with Frederick. Okay, let's press the next turn, but we're watching the armies over here. We'll see what happens. We gotta get through this war. It's gonna be dicey. All right, moving. Okay, there's that other Hulche. So we have access to the wheel, which gets us access to the villa. The ballista, we don't really need siege weapons because we have harangues anyway, which have increased bombard strength. So we don't really need these necessarily. And then we have access to chariots. That is probably the most important part. is access to chariots, particularly when he's running around with a bunch of ranged units. We might be able to take some advantage of that. So what I'd love to be able to do, and this guy's going to be in a little bit of trouble for at least a turn here, but what I'd love to do is take this harangue, move him out of the city, but if I keep him on the road, so if I move him here, that would end his turn because that's rough terrain without a road. If I move him here, he would be able to shoot still, and so I could shoot this guy, but then I would take shots from here and probably here, to be honest, if he moves. But I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to move him here, and then we will be able to take this shot still, which should end this archer, which is a really big deal for us. There we go. So we got rid of this extra archer that's sitting there, and then in Yomhe, if we can, would love to be able to buy a chariot. No, 320 to buy a chariot, so I cannot afford a chariot. I could purchase a spearman, or I could see if maybe we come across some gold somehow throughout the rest of the turn. It might happen, right? So let's hold, and then we'll have to decide whether we're going to buy a unit here now or whether we're going to wait. Now, he's pulled all of his army in this direction, so now we have to come up here and start thinking about what are we going to do with these units, because we have some ability to come maybe try to pressure him a little bit on this side. So we'll get there. We'll get there when we get there. Okay, a town has been settled nearby. Perfect. Frederick has settled near us. Hopefully that didn't hinder our relationship. That is a perfect settle location. I have no problem with him being right there. That feels really nice. Again, we have a planned settle here. I was debating maybe a settle down in here. So I don't mind if he comes around this bay over here. That is fine by me. So this actually allows us to trade with him again, which is perfect. So we want to try to get a trader out at some point and get another trade route up and running. So I like this settle. This it doesn't bother me. They have an archer just sitting here shooting our walls. That's fine. Our walls will handle that. And we've got a unit in there to defend it. All right, growth in Yomhe. I believe we want to get some extra gold on the table. That's why we're pushing for this direction. Go ahead and grab these rubies. That feels good. And Augustus would like a cultural exchange. I'm not going to spend... this would be great, although our culture is very high, but I'm not going to spend the influence on this because I want to save my influence to spend everything. I want to invest everything into Frederick's relationship so that we can do our best to try to get that alliance. And we're closest to the alliance with him. So if we get alliance with Augustus, like, so be it. Like, I don't mind that. That's not like the worst thing in the world. Okay. Let's check our tech tree. I think I'd really like to get access to the bath for that 10% growth rate and the market for a little extra gold. And I wouldn't be sad about building Colossus maybe. So I'm going to go currency. Military trading is also very tempting because it gets you access to the blacksmith, which would be really nice. But I'm going to go currency first and then try to, when we get our science up a little higher, we'll be able to produce a little quicker into something like military trading. So let's go currency. Probably we should go more militaristic right now, but I can't help myself. Okay, and then I don't mind that the gold is down here. That's totally fine. We are kind of reaching resource capacity here, which is good. It's good. It's nice to have like full resources, but we're stacking them pretty tight. So we might need access to some additional buildings to expand that, or some more camels, which we do have down here and in a couple of locations. Maybe through trade we can get access to some more as well. Okay, it doesn't look like we're going to get any extra gold, so we might have to hold for a turn, which they can't take this, right? Even if they double shoot it, well, I don't know, maybe they could push on this. I'd love to be able to build walls here. That would be the other thing. We could spend the gold on walls, but then it's going to take us another bit to try to get a military unit out. He's sitting in a nice spot to be able to heal. This guy can upgrade. We're not going to spend that gold right now because we need it for other things. He just needs to sit in Ulsan and heal anyway. And the question then becomes, we have 49 influence. Can we invest in anything with Frederick? We could do open markets or the ginseng agreement. Open markets gets us gold. I think the gold is more important right now. Ginseng agreement gets you food, which is always nice, but I think we should do open markets. Try to boost our gold a little bit. So let's do that. We'll send him this. If he supports it, that would be amazing because it would boost our relationship by a bunch. He accepted, he didn't support, so it's not going to boost it by quite as much as we wanted. Also doesn't necessarily gain us any gold. I'm thinking, so if we wait, can we get chariot on the next turn. 320. We definitely could. We could get a chariot on the next turn, or we could get walls on this turn. We take a 3-turn break on Wei Palace to get a chariot out. That feels like the smart thing to do. And then I'm going to buy the walls here. And in this case, now I really regret that I moved this unit. Hopefully he doesn't die. But I'm going to buy the walls here. So we're going to spend all our gold on walls, but that should allow us to defend this off pretty easily. We got to get this harangue back in. And then I do think we need to push with these guys. What I want to do is not push far enough. If I push and then distract them, again, a lot of this is just like, let's distract them until we either can build up a military force and beat them, or just distract them until we can kind of sue for peace kind of thing, right? So if we go here, they have to maneuver around to be able to shoot this, because this is a vegetated tile. So we want to be like around. They got wall. Anyway, if they get within range of this spearman, I'd love for them to like cut back over here. So I'm just going to move him here and then fortify him. And then this harangue, I could move in range to shoot, but then he's going to get like double shot. So I'm going to do the same with him. Let's just keep these guys here. We'll form kind of at least like something to pressure him into thinking about his flank. And then hope this guy doesn't die. Oh, we get a narrative choice. Now we get a narrative choice. Oh, probably because we built the walls. Because now we can get gold. Where did this narrative choice come from? Was this up the whole time and I just missed it? Because if so, and we could have bought a cav, I feel really bad. I am going to take that 50 gold. I think that's necessary for us right now over the influence. This guy is here. Perfect. So let's go over here and then we'll do a search. That'll get us the most vision. And we'll just kind of be popping out to the ocean, just trying to uncover as many tiles as we can in the antiquity is what the goal is going to be. That's what this guy's doing over here as well. He's just exploring as much as we can. So we'll just pop him all the way out. Oh, interesting. So we already have a little island settle potentially from Mr. Augustus over here as well. Interesting. Okay. We're back up to 88 gold. So again, maybe we could buy another unit. We'll get a chariot in 3 turns up here. And then we'll go back into building our wonder, and we hope that wonder does not get stolen from us. One thing we could do is we could check our wonder screen. Now, we obviously don't know who on the distant lands might be building wonders, but we do know who in this land could be building wonders if we can see the tiles, right? We can't see all the tiles, particularly in Augustus's empire, but it doesn't look like if we go to Wei Palace. Doesn't say it's being built by anybody else. And in fact, it doesn't look like we don't have any knowledge that any wonders are currently being built. You would see that listed here if there was one being built. So I don't think we have any wonders that we can currently see that are being constructed right now. That might be a bad thing because that means Jose Rizal is just building military units probably, but let's see how things go. The other thing we need to think about from an influence standpoint too is if he supports his war and we go down in war support, that could cause us potential problems and may make him less likely to accept a peace deal potentially. So I'll see what happens. I hate that I moved this guy now that we decided to buy walls. That's on me. What? He just walked away. The AI, I don't know what it is, because I've had this happen on the Twitch live streams as well. We're playing a war game around Genghis Khan and Assyria currently. We're going to go into Mongols on that. And the AI is busy declaring war and then doesn't actually like execute on attacks very much. It is very odd. And we do notice right away, as I talked about it, Jose Rizal has in fact invested in himself. So we are now at -1 war weariness. We may need to save our influence potentially to try to get that back. That influences whether AI will take peace deals quite often. So that doesn't feel particularly good. So we have an eruption over here. That's fine. Silk roads from the distant lands off the Jose Rizal has opposed our war. So we need 60 to support ourselves to get that back. We get 60 pretty quick, but that will keep us from doing anything with Frederick, which is kind of a pain. We're at 52 now with him, but we have Farmers Market is expiring shortly, so we need to go that. Their actions of military aid is expiring, so we need to be able to like boost that if we can. It's tough. More military units would help us here, so we'll continue to push towards more military units to see if we can't maybe help him like us more. I don't know. It's getting tough to get an alliance here. All right, this guy got attacked again. That's fine. We'll just keep shooting back. Eventually, their unit will die and we'll be fine. And we have growth here, which is good. We can not put down here. Is there a unit standing there? There is a Jaguar Slayer standing on the tile I need to grow to. That is highly unfortunate. 9 turns to another growth, and probably we're not gonna be able to make it a city before that anyway, so we could just pick the next best tile, but that's kind of sad. Or we could take a farm like this one that has production on it. That feels really useful, actually. Let's go ahead and grab that. Grab that for now, and then obviously we need to, I'd like to get this on. Again, 9 turns. That probably puts us right around the time when we need to put turn that back in, turn it into a city, and actually work on things there. So let's see if we can work towards that. Yes, we've got some war burns going on. We do know that. This guy can actually push all the way up. I wonder if we should just put some pressure on them here. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go full pressure. I know there are units down here, and I think he packed a unit. At least it looked like he did. But I might as well pressure his units, right? Couple big shots. We almost got his general down. If he doesn't maneuver around or get his units back into the fight somehow, he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. I don't know what he's doing with his guys. Let's do that search. Expand our knowledge out. And then what we'll do is we'll just go out in the water and kind of push the borders as far as we can. Just like what we're doing with this guy, right? This little, looks like an island settle to me, but we'll have to get open borders to find that out. And I don't think we have the ability to do that right now. 168 gold, 20 influence. See what happens over here on the turn switch. He is bringing his units back in. All right, we got access to the Colosseum if we want to build it. We also got access to our +1 settlement, which means we should probably try to push out a settler sometime relatively soon. We have lots of things we're doing right now, so that's not going to be a time too quickly. This would be a nice settle to just get down to make sure that we get this wonder tile. I also want to get this in because I'd like to turn this into a city. I'd like that to be a 3rd city in the antiquity. Whether we get there or not, I guess we'll find out. Pavadium has added rubies. Okay, perfect. So we got rubies as a trade thing from Pavadium, so that's perfect. I would really like it. What would really help our relationship is if Frederick would send a trade route to us. That would be fantastic. All right, we got attacked here again, but that should be the end of their little offensive. Go ahead and wipe that unit out. And a diplomatic action. Augustus is now also denouncing us. I don't know what I did to make Augustus mad, but sure, I accept your denouncement. Apparently the AI just wants to be mad at me. Crazy. All right, let's pick a civic. So because our science is kind of low, and because I think we have maybe a shot at Nalanda, if we turn our other town into a city, they do have planes, and we could try to take a shot at Nalanda. I'm going to go ahead and get access to that, just in case we want to attempt it. We're going to be stretching ourselves as far as how many wonders we can potentially build. We have 8 turns to our next celebration, which we could take the wonder building thing again, depending on kind of where we're at. We still will be building that, and if we turn this into a city, it could be interesting. This general has set himself up for a potential downfall. I'm gonna go ahead and now if there's units in here, I do believe they will pop out. So it's tempting actually to move this guy back here before I shoot him, which I think I'm gonna try. I think I can make this move and still shoot. Good, I can. We're gonna do this, and then the units pop back out again. So again, we got some good damage on those units that were there. Now though, we have a problem here because we get double shot, but we're hiding behind the walls now, so that feels good. We got a cav coming out in 1 turn that we can get down pretty quickly. We can actually probably purchase another cav here in just a little bit. So I'm wondering if I should commit. This is 3 ranged units. I think we should pull this guy back now. I'll keep this guy right where he is because, well, I can't quite shoot this Jaguar Slayer. I'd like to shoot this guy, but if I move, we take double shot, right? So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to pull back, make their guys move more towards us. I'm not going to put pressure on these guys necessarily because I think that guy would die very quickly. The question is, do I put pressure with this guy? Do I move 1 and shoot and risk taking a double shot? I feel like he could take one double shot and be okay. I'm gonna risk this guy's life to try to pressure him a little bit. Do I shoot this guy to take him damage, or do I shoot this guy to like lower him? I'm gonna lower this guy down really low. You do that. We put a little bit of pressure on him. We got backup units here that are healing up. That'll be good at some point. It's not defenseless anymore. We moved a unit there, and then this guy's gonna jump in the water. This guy is kind of stuck for a little bit here. And then we are ready to end turn. Again, saving up for potentially another cav. I think cav against all these ranged units might be our best bet. 37, what's our relationship here? 53? It keeps going up by a little bit every time. We're getting there. Oh, it did kill him. They double shot and then also attacked with the Jaguar Slayer. And that was kind of the risk that we were taking. That actually feels kind of bad now. Because he's got a lot of units moving up here. We should have probably tried to keep that guy alive. But we should be able to grab a cav unit now as well. Our harangue got absolutely demolished. Okay. Oh, actually, this would be perfect. Rather than us sending him something, we will go ahead and support this to get the extra science, and that should boost our relationship by a bunch. If we can ally with him, be fantastic. We're going to be very close. 54, but that should go up because we accepted that at some point. We should get more. That burned all of our influence again, so we're still -1. We have 3 turns until we can attempt to get peace, although I don't know if we necessarily would get it at this point. That would be possibly questionable. Okay. So the question becomes, we have enough to buy a cav unit. I think what we're going to do is the same thing we're going to do like we did last time. I'm going to move this guy out. We're going to risk the double shot from this guy. He shouldn't be able to get attacked by anyone but the double. We actually should be able to kill this guy. So we'll kill this guy. We'll purchase a cav unit here. And then we'll be able to ride our chariot out and kind of start to run into things over here. This chariot is going to come and get down into the fight. Oh, we should have probably attacked that Jaguar warrior. Whoops. It's like standing in our area. We should probably attack that guy. My bad. Might have to buy a unit to defend that now or bring that guy back. So now the question becomes, this guy probably needs to just fortify right here. We're just going to fortify that guy. These guys are almost healed. I wish they were healing a little faster, but such is life. You can't push it any further than that. We're just going to start, poking out in every which direction over here. This harangue, I believe, can just sit. Oh, these guys... Wow, these guys are actively attacking, like, this army. The Cavalon, these are all guys from Yolan. They are actively attacking into this city-state. It's not exactly what I would have suggested they do, but I have no control over that. All right, so this guy's just going to go on alert. These walls will start to heal. And we can't see anything else without open borders here now. And I doubt he will give us open borders since we are being actively denounced by him. So we'll basically just kind of skirt this guy back up here and see what we can see. 10 gold, 6 influence. We have nothing going on. Let's find out. Do we risk this guy's life for no reason? We've got 2 cav on the field now. Just lost another harangue. Oh, yep. Wow. Okay, so double shots from these Hulches just completely wipe out my units. I really didn't think that they were going to be that powerful. These Hulches are insane. All right, so we ride out and try to start attacking a little bit here. And then where did the guy up here go? Okay, he went up here and now he's fighting that. Oh, perfect. Good. Okay, so that's wonderful because we're going to come down and attempt to cut off these guys. In fact, if we could just take this spot. Let's get here and try to bring our cav into the fight. We're going to continue to save up gold, probably just to buy more harangues now that we're basically out of them. We put them all in harm's way. This is unfortunate. Those Hulches do a ton of damage. Ton. Let's just get this guy. I'm going to keep him in the water. We'll just keep him up the coast right here. And this is getting a little dicey. There's a lot of units over here. 2 turns so we can ask for peace, but I doubt he's going to accept. Wow, the double attack into my chariot also did a ton of damage from these Jaguar Slayers. Holy smokes. Okay, I think we're just going to try to heal and hope that he can't double attack into that again. And then this guy can ride out and hit this guy. But the problem by doing this is we ride out of our walls. And then we can get shot by this guy. We're going to have to take the risk that our chariot can take that hit. He might not be able to. And then this guy also got attacked, but I feel like we might just... Yeah, we'll just sit. We'll just sit and heal again. Like, if he keeps attacking into that, he'll die eventually. And he's not supporting that fight at all. All right, and this guy is ready to go. We could upgrade him, or we could hold for a harangue at 280. I think we probably should hold. I'm just going to have this guy sit back here right now. And then this guy's almost ready to come back into the fight, which feels okay. And this guy's just sit. Oh, well, he's got a... They keep sending units, so we'll keep shooting. That's fine if that's what he wants to do. I guess we'll pop up here and try to go around. Maybe not. Okay. Well, it's not going particularly well on the war front. We're losing units left and right, but so far we haven't lost anything city-wise. Oh! Oh! These Jaguar Slayers are making... Between the Halt Chase and the Jaguar Slayers, I am getting absolutely demolished here. Alright, so one chariot gone. This chariot lives. I'm gonna buy a harangue. I don't have enough! Oh, we're not there by a couple gold. Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, we need one. That's fine. We lost another chariot. We are getting very bombarded. We're on immortal difficulty, so we're not even on... We could be on deity. We are not. Get back in the water. Keep our exploration going, and we will... I think we just have to hold our gold at this point. We're just going to keep all our units healing. Yeah, right? Like, this guy should just heal rather than attack. The same with this guy. Although this guy... No, he can't kill him, so we just keep that guy healing as well. And then we have to buy a ranged unit in Yeomhae, and then hope that this chariot can withstand an attack. He's going to get shot by... So the problem now is... He's going to get shot by one of these Halt Jays. He's going to move a Halt Jay over. We're going to lose this chariot as well. I get the feeling. Yeah, I could move him, but then he won't be healing. That might be the play, though. Maybe I scoot him this way. That way, this guy... he might still be able to shoot me. No, I don't think so, because he'd have to move too far. Okay. That went, relatively speaking, well. We got another settlement. Augustus has, in fact... Oh my gosh, he double settled across. Wow, okay, so Augustus not satisfied. How many? Augustus has 7 settlements. Not satisfied with the land he has over here. He has forward settled onto our continent. And that's going to make things problematic because we want to try to take this. Well, they're both coastal. We could take all 3 of these with Iceland. I mean, if that's what we're doing. All right, how we sit? 49. We're going down. We're actively going down with Frederick now. Well, because we're losing military units, right? Our army's getting smaller. We're going to grow our city. Production would be optimal. Or we could snag a little more production. We'll just work this wood. Like, I'm just going to do this. A little extra production would be nice. 5 turns to Wei Yang Palace, and then I guess we have to focus on just military, because I don't think Jose Rizal is going... Well, I can propose peace right now. If we just attempt that right away, I doubt that he will accept this. He will reject this deal. So our only hope is to invest in our own war. And then attempt to see if he will now accept peace. No, he will reject this deal as well. So we've now spent influence supporting our war. We're not spending influence trying to get an ally, so that's not going particularly well for us. And basically now we need to military up and try to get these units off the board. Because if he's not going to go for peace, then that's going to get problematic real fast. And we also have this settle that's come out, and he's claimed all this land up, which is not the worst. We didn't really need any of this land particularly. I mean, it would have been nice to get some of it, but this settled, we might have to like debate whether we're gonna move it somewhere else. It's just gonna be a little town that's gonna work this tile, but I don't know. Everything is going questionably, very questionably. All right, I think we just heal this guy again and try to let this guy attack into it. This guy could come and shoot us again though, so maybe not. Maybe we move this guy somewhere where he can more appropriately heal. I'm gonna jump him way over here. And then I am going to purchase from here harangue, because I feel like I need a ranged unit standing in that particular village. And then both of these guys are healed now, so we can move them back into the fight. Now this guy's going to start taking shots from Hulches, but I like where he sits from a defensive standpoint. So if I could get this guy into a spot where we can start shooting, and then maybe on the next turn upgrade this this warrior to a spearman and get him out in the fight. We got to close on these guys somehow without getting double shot though is the big thing, right? Just gonna have this guy sit, and then we'll continue to shoot this guy. Uh-oh, shouldn't have shot that guy. Jose Rizal has chariots now moving on Yeodam. This is not good. Oh boy, Jose Rizal has militaried up in a serious way. We are in substantial amounts of trouble now. Okay, well, we supported our war, so we got a little bit extra bonus to combat strength on that. We kind of just forget about making an alliance at this point and just focus on trying to get this war dealt with. It is not going smoothly. Does this guy die on this turn? No, he's got nice fortifications, so no death. And basically, we're just going to be checking to see if we could get a peace deal at some point. At some point, we're going to get our commander back. 10 to 20 turns. Now that the war is... The commander died on the second turn of the war, so we're right within that 10 turn range. So our commander at some point will populate back into our capital city, and we'll at least be able to bolster our units in that way. So we'll have to see if that's something that we can get. Now we can get access to this gold, so we could push in that direction, or we could just take some of these really nice tiles down here. And I actually kind of like the idea of getting some extra gold. I'm gonna go and grab this tile, or the gold and culture that we're gonna get from there. And Jose Rizal moved his units away, so he decided not to then push on Yeodam. So that feels nice. And we now have the capability of shooting into this, which feels really good. This guy's I'm just gonna have this guy sit. I am going to upgrade this guy now if I can. Exactly enough gold to upgrade this guy. And we're going to try to move him into the fight after that. I think we could actually move him and then upgrade it, but that's okay. This guy's just going to sit and heal. And I want this guy actually to sit and heal as well. No one's in range of him currently. And then this guy probably should pop out. I'm just going to put him back. We'll let him come to us. I don't think we're going to be able to explore anything down here. But that's fine. We'll just keep moving in this direction. This harangue can go back on alert. And this guy can't cross here now, which is actually problematic. So we got to get back up and around before our relationship with Augustus completely goes into the tubes. All right, let's find out what happens up here with our war. Oh, should we ask for peace again? No, doesn't want peace. We may have to support our war one more time before he supports it. The good news is we killed his commander, right? So he also lost a commander in this war. Neutral to unfriendly with Augustus. Frederick has declared war on Augustus. So now interesting things are happening. So now if we ally with Frederick, we are at war with Augustus, which seems likely anyway. But it looks like there are kind of groups forming. Geopolitical groups appear to be forming. We have a celebration. I'm going to go wonder construction, I think. Get this thing done, and then we're not gonna have the gold to turn this into a city in time to do that, though. Do I just take the culture? Just like push culture really high? No, I'm gonna take the wonder construction. Maybe we try to build another one. I don't know. I'm like splitting my focus between a war and other things. Let's go ahead and grab... Ooh, city guard might be nice for us currently. +3 combat in fortified districts. We do have some people in fortified districts, or we could take 9 additional culture. You know what? Like, actively trying to end a war while I pick all the non-war related things. It's fine. We'll be fine. Okay, I want to push out with this guy. I'd like to get shots on somebody. I'm going to do it. I'm going to push up here. I'm going to start I'm gonna start shooting Hulches. This guy needs to move into the fight if at all possible, so we're gonna move in this direction. This guy can keep shooting this guy. This guy can keep shooting this guy. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's right, harangues get culture when I eliminate units with them. That's a positive. Oh, he's moved back into range, so we now get to actually start taking shots at him. Okay. I need him not to push here. It would be very bad if he started pushing there. This guy get back on land. Maybe we just poke down here. This guy might die just because of our relationship status here. 52. Man, we're so close. I can't send a farmer's market right now, though. I just can't afford it. I have to try to get this war ended. And peace is not an option currently. We need to take out more of his units or get more war support. And I think the key is going to be getting that war support. Oh, he took the shot. Man, these Hulches are powerful. Good gravy. See how much damage this guy just took? This guy was full health. Smokes. Okay, well, the nice thing is, I think we could take this guy and actually run an attack here. The question is, if we double attack him, will he potentially die? Or am I risking the life of this guy for no reason? You know what? We're here trying to end a war. Oh, he's not going to quite die. I think it'll be fine, though. We'll go ahead and split his attention here. Oh, and then actually, could this guy... No, this guy won't be able to shoot, I don't think. We're going to push forward. We're pushing forward to try to get him out of our land. He has supported the war again. He is pouring influence into this. We need 90 to be able to combat that. That's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. And we need gold. I think we need to start saving our gold, maybe, to get this into a city. I think we're falling behind there. Let's grab the horses. It's a nice tile anyway. And I get 1 codex, or I can get +2 Sangdai. Wait, is that? Hold on. Are Sangdai Dungs by merchants? They are. Oh my gosh. I get 2 merchants? Absolutely. What a cool event. I will 100% take 2 merchants. Wonderful. Maybe this alliance is something that could actually happen. Okay, so first things first, we need to get to Ravenna. Can we, how can we know? Oh, because we need to open up trade with him. No. Okay, well, one of them could just go sit in Ravenna and wait for me to be able to do that, right? Like, we could just send him to here. So that's what we'll do. Like, we'll get him there and ready to go. And then the other one, I think, can go to Arna, because Arna's got some good stuff in it, right? We could send one over to Augustus, but I think we're going to end up at war with him anyway. Arna's got 3 resources, and they're pretty valuable resources as well. So let's just get him over there. That was fortuitous. I mean, we could save both of them for Frederick, but we have to invest in our war because there's no way that we're getting peace here, and he's just going to keep pumping military out. Once we establish a good defensive perimeter here, like, we'll be fine. What I get worried about is if he decides to attack down here, it might get a little dicey in that way. All right, this guy's out here doing his best work exploring. We'll just bring him all the way down the coastline here. This guy can't shoot at anyone, so we just go back onto alert. Has units down here. He's got cav units down here, right? So that's what we're potentially concerned about. So we can't do anything else there. I might back off to here and then it use the search function. 65 influence. He's running out of units up here, so I don't know if he's coming in with another general or something like that with a bunch of units. I'm not quite sure. We'd love to make the final blow with the harangue. That's a final blow. Actually, you know what would be better is if we did it with this one, because he's got full health. There's another... Oh, we only got 2 culture for that? Well, that's a bummer. I think it was because he was at really low health and it's based on their attack value. Oh, maybe ranged attack value doesn't count? That's intriguing. That's intriguing, though. Okay, I'd like this guy to just get back in the city at this point. We'll just heal up. We can shoot this guy later. So we'll heal this guy. And then this chariot almost should just go push this guy now. I'm gonna move here. and then heal again. And then I almost think that we should just like fortify this, but we could try to push up a little bit. This guy's full health, right? So even if he runs into someone, let's push him a little bit. This guy needs to stay back and heal. This can stay in the water. This guy can bump back here and then maybe use the search. Just see a couple extra tiles. And then we'll just come back around, maybe just run the edge here. See what we can see. Jose Rizal, peace? No? Okay. I mean, that's... Look. Don't say I didn't try. We have 82. We can almost support again. Maybe on the next turn, if we wipe this unit out. He did attack into it, which might be dumb on his part. Hey, there we go. I believe that means we have netted another wonder.
Heaven is lasting. Earth
Despite
endures.
the war,
Time has no limit.
Wei Yang Palace.
Regret goes on and on without end.
Our second wonder of the age. That feels good. It's going to boost some adjacencies for our buildings as well as we get them in. Beautiful. And a fireworks show to boot. Perfect. We now have access to literature, but also Nalanda, and we gain an extra codex, which we probably don't have anywhere to put, and currency all in the same turn.
Most important thing in life.
All right, and we are currently running a a classic republic. Okay, so let's see. How much to turn this into a city? 200. I think that is more than worth it. And then we could potentially go right into a wonder here because it's going to have some decent production, like okay production. I'm going to go city. Let's wait before we jump ahead of ourselves. Let's check on the war. Let's see what we could do with the war. We have 90 influence. Let's do this first just to see if okay, so he's going to reject it. Let's go in here. We'll support the war. Now let's see. Oops, I could have just clicked from right there. He will still reject it, so we just continue to attack and withstand from him. Did this unit enter the water? That's foolish. I'm not going to catch him in the water still, but I'm going to move this guy back and try to shoot him. All right, that guy is going to heal. This guy... No, this guy should come out and attack this guy. Can I get to here and still shoot? I hope so. Nice. That'll be culture. I'm gonna always use culture, harangues to get kills, right? And because that grants me the culture. So that's nice. And this guy is all prepped and healed. Well, we could get him healed more, so let's just leave him where he is. I'm just gonna let him heal. And then this guy we need to get back into our land too for healing purposes. So let's move him. We could scoot him over. Let's scoot him over here, maybe. We get him into our land in one turn here, so let's just do that. We got a codex, and it has been placed. So we got a codex, so that's nice. Codexes get you that +2 science. We need help on science, so that's good. Let's choose a tech. We did get currency. I think we were going to go to military training next, and I still like that. I still like that as an idea, so I'm going to go ahead and go military training next. We also need to choose a civic. Could push for access to Angkor Wat as well. Get an extra social policy slot. You know what? The heck. We have really, really high culture, so I think we should. We're at 62% of age, so we also have to start being aware we may end up in our crisis sooner rather than later, right? Okay. Probably should build some buildings here, to be honest. We just ended up with, well, we're going to end up with a 10% thing on here. What could we build? We could throw another wonder in. It's so tempting. Because we don't have any production we can get. We could boost our science, which might be a really good idea, or our gold, which could help us. There's a couple, we could put like a saw pit in and stuff like that as well. Harbor would be nice. Maybe we should get the harbor in so we could buy a boat. Let's do that really quick. Let's harbor. Ah! Oh, we can't put that there until we put the market down, so we have to mark it into harbor. Colossus is pretty nice. We get 11 turn a Colossus. We can put it right here, which gets us some pretty decent adjacency. Or we could put it here. That gets us even better adjacency. And then we can just put the harbor and the stuff over here. Well, that's not a bad idea. Let's move our tax. 11 turns. We got 7 turns of boost on that. Like, we're just going wonder crazy right now. Should we be going wonder crazy? I don't. Probably not. Probably not. Let's take that fishing tile and we will turn it into a turn it into a specialist worth 2 science and 5 culture. Or we could turn it into just like some baseline production, which I don't love. Honestly, this is probably more than worth it. Because these are only worth 1 production. They're just not great tiles. You know what? I'm gonna put a specialist in. That's a nice little boost. I'll take it. This guy's very damaged. At some point, that's gonna end up being very bad for us. Okay. Jose Rizal is at war with us for apparently just no reason now. He's not even pushing us in any way, shape, or form. He doesn't have units going in any direction. I don't know what he's even trying to do at this point. Now I do think that in knowing all of that, I am going to turn this into a city. It's going to cost us because now we have to spend more on everything. But now we have a second city in, and we also can start building potentially a really nice wonder, because we could start on Nalanda. It's an 18-turn build for Nalanda if we start it right now. The question being, should we get our barracks in first? Now, right now we have... So what I think we should do is we should put the turns into it now. As soon as our celebration ends, we should build the barracks. Then we should go back and build it again, because the turns will be well worth it, right? So where do we want that? Probably right here on this farm is where we want it. Because that will give us double adjacency with some really nice stuff. So I think we should put it right here. That feels pretty good. I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to go into Nalanda. I'm going to do it right away. That's going to allow us also to potentially grab a little extra production. And so I'm going to go to our next best production tile. Probably worked. So let's go mine. Let's do the mine over here, which we're going to build over eventually, but then we could have a chance to possibly buy in. Ooh, shoot, do we have enough to buy it now? We will soon, because we could buy in our brickyard, which would get us a nice little bonus. That'll be what we should do. Okay, now we get access to this. Thank goodness. That's going to be a milestone. That might not have been a good thing for us if we spawn a crisis. What else do we want? Well, now Ulsan is a city, and so we probably want to put... We could pull this, maybe? And we could put this in here, which would give us the ability to put this here. That leaves us with some dates floating around. We're getting 5% gold here, though, so we should pull other things from here as well. Not production, necessarily, but the crabs we could pull from here. And we could put them in Yomhae. That feels pretty good. And then we're not actually training any units in the capital, so we could pull that out and just add that back. Should we be training units in the capital? Maybe. Maybe. We can also potentially add some production into here as well. That would be a thought. They've got a happiness boost, but they could use a little production boost. Maybe the cotton. We give them a cotton. Yeah, let's flip the cotton over there. Give them just a little more production. That'll balance out our 2 wonders. Okay. Let's see. No peace as of yet. We are getting a lot of... Because we finished Weiyang Palace, we are now getting a ton of influence per turn. Our influence per turn is much higher than everybody's now, which is good. Our science is still way behind Jose Rizal, so he might... I don't know when he's going to hit level 3 units, but that could be problematic for us from a war perspective. And we also need to start saving up to try to boost this. We are so close. We're so close to having an alliance with him. No movement here on the war front. He's got a guy up here now. Am I chasing that guy? I think I am. I'm chasing this guy. I'm just going to chase this guy down. We're going to try to shoot him. On board with Frederick has completed. Let's see, does that lower our relationship? I think it actually did a little bit. We have growth. Where do we want to grow to here? We can get access to more rubies or more kaolin. Kaolin might be nice at this point. We're just going after resources, right? So let's go ahead and grab this tile. We'll expand out that way, and then we're just trying to grab resources with these guys, right? So focus on that. Town folks available, not right now. We just want the growth. Thank you. And this chariot is basically healed. Let's just finish healing him and then we'll move him down. This guy can go back into the city and heal. This guy can heal where he stands. Can't tell what I want to do with this guy. I think I want to pop my head up over here. Let's go up here and just clear some more tiles. This guy is just floating around in the water. Probably try to bring him up here while we're still at war. And we have 198 gold, which means on the next turn, we could purchase in something here, which we might want, and then we'll see from a war perspective. I really need Frederick to send me a trade route. Frederick, send me a trade route. 63%, so we're not moving too quick on that. And then these, oh no, we haven't quite got all of this. I think we can get a little more vision if we skirt along the coast right here. Again, we're just trying to bust fog up. Okay, and then this guy. If I go to here, can I shoot? Yeah. Get out of here. And this guy could come down-ish. Still don't have our commander back, so been a substantial amount of time now. And then let's just fortify here. Do we move down and fortify? I almost want to like take this guy down one before we fortify him. Keep him in our territory, obviously, but and no movement on troops over here as well. It's getting a little weird. Okay, so we want to boost our wonder capabilities. So we're gonna go purchase a brickyard for 3 production. We're gonna put that brickyard right here. We can also buy the harbor in as well, although we can't because we have to get all the way to out there. So we can't buy that harbor in yet, but that would be nice. So 12 turns on Nalanda, 10 turns on Colosseum. So we're cranking a couple wonders here, which I am not opposed to. We probably should get another settle out. Oh! We lost something. Nalanda. Wow, someone was pushing for Nalanda hard. Okay. Who built it? An unmet player. Okay, well, so no Nalanda then, despite the fact that we made an attempt for it. Interesting. So we got a bunch of production we could put towards something. Do we put it towards another wonder? We'd have to go into Colosseum, which is not... I mean, we put it in the exact same place. Why not? Why not? We're in wonder building mode. Let's just do it. Let's do it. We could make this city so much better. We'd put a turn of production in already. We might as well. Shots. This guy is healed. I almost want to like send him down here just to like see what's what, you know? There's no one. He's not even sending troops up here. There's this guy here, and then just fortify. This guy's gonna fortify. Okay, we can make a trade route here. Okay, well, hold on. Let's see. He rejects the deal still. So we almost need to save up to invest again. I don't know how we're gonna end this war. Maybe we don't care anymore. Maybe we don't care about ending the war. He's not sending any troops at us. Although I still worry about this city. If he decides to go down here, what's our relationship? 55 to improve trade relations. Right. Oh man, and we're almost there too. You know what? We send to any of his other cities? I'd really like to send to his capital. A couple llamas doesn't matter to me, but that 345 gold sure does. Holy smokes. And there's the helpful, and now we can ally with him, but that would put us at war with Augustus, which would probably cost this scout his life. Do we wait a turn? Also, I need to know an answer to a question. When you form an alliance, both leaders receive a free trade route from the other leader's capital regardless of range. These trade routes do not go away when the alliance ends and do not count against your trade route limit with this civilization. Do I care about the war? I don't. That is a trade route to Roma. Roma's got some nice stuff. Would this be a surprise? I guess this would be a surprise war. Maybe I should wait. Oh, if I wait, we are dropping actively. Okay, so maybe we hold on that. How's our relationship? It's 69. We could keep that for a little bit, I think. Okay, I don't think these llamas are actually worth it to us. Ooh, we get a trade with Arna as well. Oh my gosh, we're just rolling in. We're rolling in resources now. We need more places to put them. Okay, now we have 3 productions. We should pull the happiness out. Put the production in. We should pull the crabs. I believe that's not enough. The fish should be more worthwhile. And we could take these dates out. And I think that's worth it. We need a settler. We could buy one and settle this real quick. That would successfully upset Jose Rizal before the war ended. How much for a settler? 440? That's all our gold. Done? Did it? Let's play one more turn. What are we doing? Nothing that's helping end the war, that's for sure. All right, this is actively going down. We should be able to declare that war without it being a surprise war soon. The reason I don't want a surprise war is because I don't want the penalty up here, right? I prefer not to have the penalty. So now we should save up maybe to invest in the Jose Rizal war to see if we can't. He will accept peace. We did it. We successfully fended off the war. It was costly. We are no longer at war with Jose Rizal. Now we're going to immediately end up in a war with Augustus. That's the plan. So what I need to do is actually save up my influence and invest in a reconciliation here. Or if he invests in a reconciliation, that'd be just as good, right? So war over. Oh, that feels pretty good. Competing wonder. Oh no. Oh, they're building the Coliseum in their capital. There's no way I could compete with the production they have there. They are definitely going to finish that before me, right? Oh, for sure. We'll find out. We'll just keep building it. If we get the production back, we get the production back. So be it, you know? All right, this chariot no longer has to be down here. And in fact, we can just fortify units back into our land. I'm going to take this chariot to here. This guy can stay and this guy can stay just for border forming purposes. And then, yeah, we'll just hang out. Maybe this guy could even come up into our capital just to sit there. Although it won't do much there. So yeah, just in case there's another war, we'll bring him back down again. Maybe sit him... Go over here even, maybe? Fortified up? I'm not sure. And I would like to go get this settled down. Is this still the settle? Or do we move it over here? We've lost a lot of tiles here, but I don't know. Do we really need anything else? I mean, this gets us the kaolin, it gets us the jade, it gets us this might just be a little town. Just a nice little town settle right here. That's gonna make Jose Rizal hate us, but you know. We just got... He can't declare war for another 10 turns. All right, we're not at war yet. So we can explore a little more before this guy dies. And let's do one more turn. I really want to ally with Frederick. Look, I'm ready. I'm raring to ally with Frederick. Oh, changed our relationship? Good. Oh, we're down to 62. We're down to 62. We don't need the influence though for anything else, right? So we can send the open markets for that extra bit of gold. Let's send extra stuff to him to keep our relationship up. We don't have anything else to spend that influence on. Oh, except for the reconciliation. How close are we to this? 43. Oh, it's not actively going down anymore. We would need to denounce him as well. I think we can build our relationship back up with Frederick if it drops below the 60. I feel like. I want to get this reconciliation running. Because I'm about to forward settle him again. We're going to lose the opportunity to ally, but I think we'll end up in an okay place. This guy's going to go on alert. This guy is going to cross into the water. Oh, we can't enter this guy's land now, though, to cut through here. And that's turn 99, so let's do one more. And get us to turn 100. That feels pretty good. Ah, yeah, see, we dropped out. We dropped out here, but we have Next turn, we can invest again in a thing and hopefully be able to form an alliance. Our military commander has returned. I think, this could just be me, I think that a military commander is not available to come back until the war in which he dies in is actually formally completed. Now, we actually want this guy to sit right here, right? Because we have the leadership promotion, which gets us 5% to all yields except happiness in a settlement. So we're just going to station... Oh, you know what? If we stationed him in Ulsan, we could maybe get this wonder done faster. I think he's going to beat us regardless, because I can't get down there fast enough, right? Oh, Rizal is going to just go... I go reconcile with him, and he is going to hinder me. I think he might just go back to war with us again, especially after I forward settle him again. Oh, those are borders of Harriet Tubman in the distant lands. So this is going to be a very close cross point into the distant lands. So that's good to know. This scout will probably stay right here, and we will then be off and running in the exploration age to go and try to find wonders on the distant land. That feels pretty good. I need him to hinder me again, or we need to do something to decrease that relationship somehow. I'm going to pop up here and get rid of this fog. And then we'll go back on the next turn. My best is we can do there. And then if I can, I'll send him like here. And I think that will do it. At turn 100, we have 6 turns left on Colossus. We have 7 turns left on Colosseum. Do we need to buy anything here that would help us? I think we want to push that anymore. I feel really bad that we made this city and then just tried to get wonders, and I don't think we're gonna get them. This guy's production, Frederick's production is moving much faster than mine. So I don't think we're gonna get that wonder, but we took a shot at it. We could always invest in production, something else when we get there. Who knows, maybe something weird happens and we end up getting it. Okay, that will do it. War over. And now we get to find out in the next episode how we progress through into our crisis time period in the Antiquity Age. We should be hitting crisis in the next episode. Very excited to see what crisis we get. Actually kind of nervous, actually, to see what crisis we get. Thank you all so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button. If you like the content, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you know when we release these videos. I appreciate you, and I'll see you next week.